Cerillion has been a silver partner at DTW24. As we have the last few shows, it's only got better and better. The topics this year have been quite varied. There have certainly been some themes that we've seen. Generative AI, unsurprisingly, everybody's talking about it. And it's nice to see that many vendors have made a lot of progress in incorporating Gen AI into their product set. And they've got some quite innovative and interesting use cases. But of course, it's still very much at the top of that hype cycle. We haven't seen much deployment. That will come. Conversely, the other major theme we've seen is the open APIs. And there, the story is really quite dramatically different. From last year, where there was still a lot of talk, in the last 12 months, 9 months maybe even, of course, because the show's been slightly compressed from September last year, we've seen real-world deployments. And very interestingly, there's been a lot of interesting panels and presentations from operators with their vendor partners talking about how they've been doing this. And in fact, we had a fantastic one just this morning, a couple of hours ago, with a gentleman called John Walsh, one of the directors at Virgin Media in Ireland, together with their partners, ourselves, Blue Planet, integrators like Infosys, talking about how they're successfully delivering full transformations based on the open APIs, which is fantastic. There's a number of trends. Some of those persist, of course, across years. Some of them gain traction year to year. One of the bigger ones we've seen accelerate is the NetCo-ServCo separation. So separating the infrastructure, which is, of course, very network-focused, from that customer-centric focus for the side of the business that handles the direct customer relationships. That is definitely accelerating, and particularly in Denmark. And we saw this yesterday on one of the panels. That's got great traction. Companies like New Day and TDC doing their wholesale retail separation. Of course, one of Cerillion's customers, Norless, has successfully done a very similar thing. So that's become a very, very popular way of monetizing their assets, increasing the overall value of both sides of the business, and we're expecting to see that more. Another key trend we've seen has been what people are referring to as headless BSS. Cerillion does full transformation projects. We help customers do existing customer-based migrations from legacy platforms to new. But a recent trend has been for operators to keep their customer-facing platforms, by which I mean those things that customers interact with. So the mobile app, the online shop, the self-service, maybe even retail point of sale. They want to keep those systems in which they've invested and with which the staff are familiar, but get all the benefits of that pre-integration in the fulfillment and the charging and the billing. A good example, again, of Virgin Media in Ireland, but we're doing others as well. And it's not just Cerillion. We see this as an accelerating, growing trend through the industry generally. Cerillion's been doing very well off the back of that as well. An excellent win with Virgin Media in Ireland, one of the customers I mentioned earlier, and who's been at the show with us. A fantastic project with a great customer, a wonderful integration partner in Infosys, and a very exciting project to do as well. We've also picked up an as yet unnamed customer in Africa, 7 sites doing SATCOMs, 5G standalone, fiber, end-to-end connectivity for both B2B and B2C. So another very exciting win for us. Over the next 12 months, we're focusing very heavily on our product evolution. We're a product company, of course. We've made big announcements recently about our generative AI capabilities, and we're enhancing that with image recognition to allow our customers to capture competitors' advertising and feed that in to offer competitive products at reduced prices, all fully automated, and to do things like capture whiteboarding of process flows and architecture, which can be fed into the AI to create the workflows and provisioning flows. We're also focusing on the composable architecture for our front ends, and we'll be releasing new online shops, web self-care, with the capability for customers to reorganize that themselves into those flows that make sense for their customers. We're, of course, going to continue to do big transformations. That's our bread and butter. That's what we do. But as part of that, we're also doing point solutions for tier ones, introducing our charging or our catalog or maybe just our billing as an entry point into those large accounts. We've got a very exciting 12 months ahead. The last 12 months have seen new customer wins, major changes in the product, and we've got a lot more of that coming up. So stay tuned.